Throughout history, astrology has always accompanied technological innovations. So it was when Gutenberg invented the printing press. One of the first books printed in Europe was a manual for astrologers, written by the Arab astrologer Abu Mashar. After that, countless astrological publications multiplied around the world, from popular almanacs to treatises on this science. In the infancy of radio, still in the 1920s, in the United States, the first radio program with weekly astrological predictions appeared. The star of this program was American astrologer Evangeline Adams, born in 1865.
In America, one extraordinary woman was responsible for thrusting astrology into mainstream popular culture. As the 20th century began, the burgeoning young medium of radio made a household name of Evangeline Adams, an astrologer who captured the public's attention. Her horoscopes became valuable collector's items.
My great aunt had her astrology chart done in about 1927 by Evangeline Adams, and I happen to have her birth chart that she did. So I feel somehow I'm connected with Evangeline Adams through my great aunt.
A trip to New York in 1899 launched Adams's amazing career. While staying at the upscale Windsor Hotel, Adams drew up a horoscope for the hotel's owner. She predicted a terrible personal disaster in his immediate future. The owner laughed off her prediction. But the next day, when his hotel was destroyed by fire, he became a firm believer. Evangeline Adams escaped unharmed. Her prediction made her fortune. Decades later, Adams broadcast her astrological predictions on her own weekly radio show. Crowds mobbed her offices in Carnegie Hall, requesting readings. In 1914, Adams was arrested and charged with violating an obscure New York City law against fraud by fortune tellers. But rather than pay the trivial fine, Adams insisted the case go to court. Suddenly, astrology itself was on trial.
Silence in the courtroom.
The case reached its climax when the prosecutors put Adams to the ultimate test. They asked her to interpret an anonymous horoscope. She rendered a detailed personality profile from the birth chart, ending in a prediction that the individual would face an early death from water. Only then did the astonished judge reveal that the horoscope was that of his own son, who had recently died in a swimming accident. The judge admitted that Adams' profile was uncannily accurate and proclaimed from the bench that she had raised astrology to a science. The case was dismissed.
Defendant dismissed.
Could there have been more to Adams's prediction than simple luck? Though scientists still scoff, she seemed to have proven the effectiveness of astrology in a court of law.
Evangeline was from the same family as two American presidents, John Adams and John Quincy Adams, and shocked conservative New England society by deciding to embrace the profession of astrologer. Her reputation is due to the practice of astrology, but it is known that she was also a palmist and clairvoyant. Renowned Americans and European visitors consulted her at the height of her fame. She had a prodigious clientele that ranged from the poor and unknown to artists and cinema like Mary Pickford, nobles and magnates. Tenor Enrico Caruso never crossed the ocean during World War I without first consulting Adams about the most favorable dates for travel. She taught astrology to the financier J.P. Morgan, who once declared, "Millionaires don't use astrology, billionaires do." Evangeline is credited with fantastic predictions such as the stock market crash in 1929, World War II, the deaths of Caruso and King Edward VII. Like so many other famous astrologers, she is said to have predicted the exact date of her own death. She wrote 4 astrology books and ran a regular radio show for 2 years before she died, listened to by thousands of people.